Hola a tots, això és Mass Effect 3, iniciant el capítol 20 d'aquesta sèrie que promet moltíssim, perquè tenim 20 capítols només, ja tenim 20 capítols, que són bastants, i la sèrie s'està posant més i més interessant. En el capítol anterior, després de la missió de Parlem, vam estar parlant amb l'Admiral Hackett, posant-se al dia, parlant amb el primarca Victus, que és el que ens està preparant, la convocatòria de guerra, i després vam tenir un ensurt quan vam veure que ens van avisar que l'Eidi s'havia desconnectat. Vam anar a la coberta on està el nucli de la IA, i resulta que vam descobrir que l'Eidi, que és la intel·ligència artificial de la nau i per tant és un programa informàtic, doncs resulta que es va fer càrrec del cos de la doctora Eva Core, que era un androide. I ara l'Eidi és un androide que es passeja per la nau i, pel que sembla, ens ajudarà en combat. Serà un membre més de la tripulació. A veure, amnistia militar per als enginyers de la Normandia. Els enginyers Gabriella Daniels i Ken Donnelly, aquests són vells coneguts, estan detinguts a la Ciutadella per cooperar amb Cerberus. Els dos es van rendir pacíficament abans que es tornés la Normandia a l'Aliança, però sostenen que es van veure moguts únicament per la urgència d'ajudar a la lluita contra els recol·lectors i els segadors, i que no tenen cap altra relació amb l'organització terrorista. Una autorització com a espectre podria amnistiar completament en Daniels i la Donnelly i tornar-los a bord de Normandia. Automàticament. Els necessitem. Aquí vam rebre uns correus electrònics que són missions secundàries, i un d'ells que m'interessa molt és de l'Ashley Williams, que sembla que s'està recuperant, perquè estava, recordem, amb unes ferides crítiques a la Ciutadella, i sembla que s'està curant, però l'Udina diu que li ha enviat una petició perquè sigui un espectre interessant. Aquí, efectivament, tenim aquí l'Eidi, que té una sèrie de capacitats interessants. També té... Hosti! Convertida amb la doctora Eva Core. Bueno, això ja ho veurem. I també, òbviament, tenim en Garrus, que ja s'ha unit també al nostre equip, que per cert hem d'anar a veure. Farem una cosa, farem una visita ràpida al que tenim per aquí. Hòstia, on és en... està allà, en Cortez.
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
Sí, recordem que ens va explicar que va perdre el seu marit. I ara, doncs, clar, si pensa, si té molt temps per pensar, segurament ja ho sabem.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So, before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Sí, home, sí.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can.
Exacte.
Just one more diagnostic suite.
Bueno, que vagi fent. Però... que es distregui. I aquest, què diu? Que també sempre aquí treballant.
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we
Cojones.
need are more politicians like him, taking names and kicking ass.
Ria cojones.
Hey,
Ei. A veure, què tenim per aquí? A veure si tenim alguna novetat.
I have to ask, do all war reporters look so, feminine? I mean, you're made up so well.
We actually have a research department for that. They focus test looks, voice, manner. Apparently, girly is good. Sorry, pay more attention. Solarians relate to high-pitched voices.
And Turians?
Turians are nuts. A civilization of war nerds. Loyal viewers, but they write the creepiest fan mail.
Sí, sí, claríssimament la Trainor té inclinacions lesbianes. Això és bona cosa.
Whose mech was that? She has got some curves.
I aquesta potser també, Aquesta potser també. Que veig que també està fascinada per la Idi. I anem primer en aquella coberta d'allà. Allà què hi havia? Allà em sembla que hi havia...
You're saying they survived into
El
this
Javi.
cycle?
Yes, we called them collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones she encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes, I suppose it was.
I am feeling better, Commander. I stand ready to fight.
Ja ho he vist.
Do not be concerned about me. The years in stasis have only made me hungrier to fight the Reapers. Perhaps later, Commander.
No tinc cap dubte de que tindràs ganes de lluitar amb nosaltres. Javik. Aquí baix no hi havia ningú, no hi haurà ningú ara. Mira, ja estan aquí els enginyers. Que ràpid, tu. Els hem perdonat i han vingut.
It's great to be back.
Sí,
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Commander.
Nothing to report.
molt bé, molt bé.
Need anything, Commander?
Què tal aquests dos? Un moment.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little...
AI. thought...
Yeah, but I... And
Vale,
then there
això ja
was...
ens ho va
Never
explicar.
expressed
I figured I'd better play.
none taken.
But Joker seemed to trust her.
Què diu d'aquests dos?
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Problems?
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
Vale.
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Gràcies.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Bueno, ja tenim un equip boníssim d'enginyers, ja. Només ens falta la Tali. Javelin. Hosti, és que tot això val tant. Això ja ho tenim tot. És que les millores costen tants diners.
I told you Shepard would come visit.
Sí. Com no hauria de venir a visitar-los? Aquí no hi havia res. Hem d'anar a Valentine també, que en Thane també està a la Ciutadella. Aquí no hi ha ningú. Tothom està al seu lloc. Hem de parlar un moment amb els altres.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the data you recovered, Commander.
Sí? A veure. Ah, sí, les restes del destructor segador, que hi havia algun planeta. Recàrrega de poders. O descompte a les botigues. Anirem al descompte. Perquè tenint en compte el que valen les coses, ens vindrà molt bé. Registres d'interrogatoris de l'Aliança Operatiu de Cerberus. Bueno, són reflexions d'ella. Què diu?
Hello again, Shepard. How much do you know about this Prothean artifact? Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find. It's that high-tech? I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Ja.
So is that drone your new secretary? Glyph is a VI shell that indexes my search functions on the data feeds. I couldn't work without it. Although I'm lucky EDI let Glyph on board after it tried to rewrite her scheduled tasks.
I was merely attempting to standardize the ship's automated systems to our own, Dr. Tassoni.
Yes, that's precisely why you're confined to the cabin. What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara? It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz. What happened? I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction. What kind of distraction? Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion. Can you still operate as the broker without the ship? Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial.
No sabia
My
això.
network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact. So where is Farron if you two escaped? He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less. What have you been up to since we last saw each other? Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths. Like on Mars. I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along. We'll talk later, Liara. Of course.
Vale. Ens dona més informació. Anem a parlar amb en Garrus, que segurament ja estarà aquí.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's her. She's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
Esperem que sí.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Esperem que sí.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the
Aquí li han
attack.
sumat un any.
Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So, you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Parlem.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long's it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
Vaja.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. What about you? Any word from your family?
My mother's in the Alliance. Haven't heard from her since Earth got hit.
I'm sure she's okay.
Sí, la Hannah Shepard. Vam parlar amb ella en el Mass Effect 1 i en el Mass Effect 2 em penso també.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Parlem, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What'd you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Parlem when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Garrus sempre tan carismàtic. I dic que ja tinc alguna cosa més aquí a la coberta mèdica. Aquí? Ah, sí. Això no sé com va, però no sembla gaire car. He comprat això, i ara què? Munició perforant. Vale, això no penso fer-ho. Tinc munició perforant. Deu ser una habilitat que no tenia i que ara tinc, potser. A veure. Ah, això mateix. He comprat una habilitat nova. Ara ho entenc. Sí. Puc comprar Vale, és una manera de comprar habilitats noves. Ja està, ja ho he entès. Vale, ja podem pujar una altra vegada. I ens anirem a la Ciutadella, perquè m'agradaria parlar amb l'Ashley. Aquí no sé si queda alguna cosa. Bueno, marxem. I anirem a buscar... Està al 40%. Ja buscarem. Aquí, això ja està al 100%. Exodus. Aquí encara hi haurem d'anar. I anirem. Allà han aparegut més coses, em penso, per aquí. Aquí ha aparegut l'erm de Minos, que ja hi vam estar en Mass Effect 2. L'abisme de l'Alcaudón, que és on hem d'anar a buscar no sé què. De fet, hi podríem anar ara. A veure si és per aquí.
I found something.
Sí, hem trobat alguna cosa. S'ha davant. Crèdits. Bueno. Aquí no està el que busquem. Haurem d'anar segurament allà. Ui, no tenim una gran quantitat de fuel, A veure. Hi haurà fuel aquí? Posem-nos aquí, a veure si des d'aquí...
Signal confirmed.
Vale. Hem trobat Talis Fia. A veure què trobem. Aquí. Vale, obelisc proteà. Això és el que ens havien encarregat que trobéssim. I hauríem de trobar una mica de fuel, em penso, No, marxem.
Reapers eluded.
Falta alguna cosa allà, Haurem de tornar perquè falta alguna cosa i segurament és fuel. I parlant de fuel, hem d'agafar això d'aquí, que serà fuel. Vale, no gaire, però l'hem trobat, vale. Doncs ara ja hem recuperat aquest obelisc, ja estem en disposició d'anar a la Ciutadella. Hi ha diverses missions disponibles. Penso que haig de baixar una mica el so dels efectes, ho faré. Vale. Anem-hi? Mira, al laboratori del Dr. Bryson o als molls de l'Aliança. Anem a l'Aliança. Això del Dr. Bryson, ja hi anirem.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Sí.
I need to get to the hospital. Yes, Commander.
Gràcies. Hem d'anar a veure l'Ashley. Però, en tot cas, com que això veig que s'allargarà... Què diu?
No, you don't understand. This isn't for... Listen, I am a surgeon at Puerto Memorial on the Citadel. We have several alien patients here at this time, and we need... No, regular Medigel won't work. We need the modified version for better absorption.
Això ja ho tenim. La fórmula de Medigel.
This is a medical emergency. We can't wait forever on this.
Ja ho tenim, el d'aquesta senyora. I aquell que està allà, fixeu-vos qui és. Anirem a parlar amb ell en el següent capítol, Aquest el deixem aquí de moment i continuem en el següent. Fins aleshores.